April 9th, 2025. Notice of the open public meeting law. Please be advised that this meeting is being audio recorded and not related to playback. Everyone, please rise for the flag.
To the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilwoman Hess. Here. Councilman Jackson.
Here.
Councilman Lankowski.
Here.
Councilman Morrissey.
Here.
Councilwoman Patton. Here. Council President Randolph Sharp. Here. Mayor Roach.
Here. Resolution 2025:88. Promotion of superior officer of the council.
Oh, sorry.
Whereas the Borough of Lindenwold has identified a need to fulfill the position of police sergeant in the Lindenwold Police Department, and whereas civil service guidelines have been completed, and whereas it is the procedure of the Borough of Lindenwold to promote employees by resolution, and whereas Mayor and Council accepted the recommendation to appoint Patrolman Thomas J. Mallon to the position of police sergeant, therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Lindenwold that Patrolman Thomas J. Mallon be promoted to the position of police sergeant.
Entertained motion, please.
Make a motion for resolution item 2025-88, promotion of superior officer.
And a second.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess.
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Council President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Let the oath of office. Okay, first way. I state your name.
I, Thomas Mount,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the government established
as the government established
in the United States
in the United States
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And I do further solemnly swear
And I do furtherly solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
justly perform
justly perform
all the duties of the office
all the duties of the office
of police sergeant
of the police sergeant
according to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. That's your log. Bible yours?
Yes.
There, so this way. There you go.
Do that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take 5 minutes.
To get to this point, he's been a great worker. He goes above and beyond, extra assignments, taking time off of his own time to provide for the department and take care of some responsibilities for community policing. We greatly appreciate that. We have a lot of confidence in you. We know you're going to do a great job as sergeant. And once again, congratulations. Well deserved.
Thank you, sir.
We'll take a break.
Congratulations.
If anybody wants to take pictures or take pictures.
You want to do it outside or you want to? We'll do a couple.
Councilman Marcy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton. Yes. Council President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Second reading ordinance 25:2, amend fee schedule, chapter 150. At this time, I'd like to open the meeting to the public for any questions or comments regarding second reading of ordinance 2025:2. Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion, please.
Make a motion that second reading ordinance 2025-2, amending the fee schedule, chapter 150, article 1, be adopted as read on second reading and published according to law.
And a second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton. Yes. Council President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Next, resolution 2025-89, civil rights. Entertain a motion, please.
Make a motion for resolution item 2025-89, civil rights.
And a second, please.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton. Yes. Council President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Resolution 2025:90, introducing the 2025 budget. Entertain a motion, please.
Make a motion for resolution 2025-90, the introduction of the 2025 budget.
And a second, please.
Second.
Any questions?
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton. Yes. Council President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Next up, consent agenda. The items listed below are considered routine by the Borough of Lindenwold and as the applicant declined one motion. There will be no formal discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. Entertain a motion for resolution 2025-91 through 2025-94.
Make a motion for consent agenda items, resolution items 2025-91 through 2025-94.
And second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey.
No.
Councilwoman Patton. Abstain. Council President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Okay, at this time, we're going to open the meeting to council. Councilman Morrison.
Thank you, Mayor. The next public meeting of the Fire Commission will be on April 21st, 7:30 p.m. at the station at 801 Scott Avenue. 19 inspections were completed, 8 re-inspections. There were 66 calls that responded to 3 fires. They installed 1 smart detector. As far as the new firehouse goes, bids were due in on March 11th. 6 companies. There were about 20 individuals that came to the pre-bid conference. 6 companies actually submitted bids. The winning bid was awarded at the regular Fire Commission meeting on March 17th to Auburn Construction of Vineland for $8.1 million. They're hoping for completion sometime in the summer of 2026. And bonds were issued for, I believe, and I may not be correct on this, but a little over $10 million. So they do have some leeway for construction issues that arrive and any construction change orders that may come up. Free smoke alarms are still available for homeowners. You need to call the fire office at 856-346-0935 to make an appointment for installation. Other items as mentioned, they're working on a grant to help pay for some new radios. They ordered and received a new air filling station and it was installed. They're currently training their members on its use. They have appointed a grant writer to help obtain grants, and the new tower ladder truck is on schedule. And one thing I do want to mention, an organization I belong to accepts donations of medical equipment such as walkers, canes, crutches, shower chairs, wheelchairs, even electric wheelchairs on occasion, and makes it available for loan to anybody that needs it free of charge. Have information that's also posted on the bulletin board. That's all I have for you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Hess.
Thank you, Mayor. Lindenwold Public Works Monthly Report. Tons of tons of trash collected, 760 tons of recycling collected, 74.83. Bulk items collected, 320. Scrap metal picked up, 86. Concrete picked up, 6. Lump stumps and logs picked up, 2. 0 property maintenance, 0 accidents, 0 injuries. Service calls 58, stoppages 21, clean stoppages 1, emergency calls 19, markouts 37, pump station repairs 12, trouble areas jetted 4, pump stations factor 2. For Laurel Springs, we had 4 service calls, 4 stoppages, 3 emergency calls. For Lindenwold Police, we had 1,659 calls serviced, 55 traffic accidents, 53 community policing, 74 traffic enforcements and stops, criminal complaints issued by officers 52, traffic summons issued by officers 43, criminal complaints issued by citizens 23, traffic summons 0, issued by citizens 0, detective borough investigations 46. For our library, right now we have our book sale going on until April 12th. There will be a Mother's Day craft on May 8th and a Father's Day craft on June 12th, which you have to go to the library and sign up for them. There will be a spring cleanup for the library on April 26th, right at the library to help spruce up our library. New Jersey Summer Reading Program 2025 is Color Our World. The reading program will run the second week of July to August 22nd with weekly crafts, Color Our World themes, STEM classes, fun Thursdays with games and activities, juvenile reading challenge, prizes as incentive throughout the summer. Also, this is April 6th through April 12th is National Library Week. National Library Week is an annual celebration highlighting the valuable role in libraries, librarians and library workers play transforming lives and strengthening our communities. National Library Workers Day is celebrated on Tuesday during National Library Week. This is a day to recognize the hard work, dedication, and expertise of our staff. Everyone, join the library, visit our library. There's a lot going on in there. And that is all that I have here.
Council President.
All right, well, I got quite a few things here, so bear with me. First, we'll talk about the report from the Code Enforcement Office, our monthly report for the month of March. 57 CO inspections, 0 smoke inspections, 41 violations found, 52 violations written, 27 abatements, 1 ticket written, 493 yearly rental inspections, 31 yearly re-rental inspections, 2 foreclosures, and 11 resident communications. First, I'd like to start with just asking everybody to keep our Congressman Donald Norcross in prayer. He had a medical event on April the 7th, which caused him to be hospitalized. He's still in the hospital, and he is in stable condition. So I just ask everybody, if you're the praying type, to say a prayer for Donald Norcross and his family. A couple of things. Paco Speed Line has made some changes. The trains are not running overnight anymore. They've stopped the trains from running at 12:30 to 4 a.m. Sunday through Thursday. The reason provided was to allow them to do deep cleans of the trains and the stations. So they will not be running those trains. And they said it'll probably be for the next 6 months or longer. They're not sure. Also, the Petco Franklin Station Square is now open. That'll be the first stop over the bridge right by the Constitution Museum. So if you want to visit old Market area, you don't have to get off at 8th and Market anymore and walk down. You can get right off at, I think that's a little bit above 2nd, what would that be, like 4th, right by the base of the bridge. So where the Franklin carousel was and everything, you can get off right there. Also this summer, they're going to the Tap and Go on your phone app. So your Google Wallet or Apple Pay, you'll tap your phone to go through. Now this is if you ride all the time. You can do it if you don't ride all the time, but the tickets still will be available if you need them. If you're a person that parks in the parking lot, like I do daily, you'll still use your Freedom Card. It'll be a while before they phase this out for the parking. So just some information on that. Real ID, everybody's heard of Real ID, right? It's coming to us May 7th, 2025. It's, now, if you're flying domestically now, you'll need something that's Real ID. You won't be able to just fly with your driver's license anymore. A Real ID is, a star is in the right-hand corner of the driver's license. It is something special that you have to apply for. From what I understand, DMV is now backed up until July for applying for Real ID. So there are some options. You can get a passport. You can use your passport book when you're going to the airport, even if you're just flying domestically. That is considered Real ID. It's issued by the U.S. Department of State, federal government. Passport card, very popular right now. They're only $30. When you renew your passport, you can just check off the box that says vote and add $30. It lasts for 10 years. That's considered Real ID. A Nexus card, your permanent residence card, if someone has one, border crossing card, federal photo ID, a tribal card from one of the Indian nations, a Twix card, which is transportation, a lot of truck drivers have those, that's considered federal ID, immigration services card, a merchant marine card, and also your veteran health identification card. All of these are considered to be Real ID. But May 7th, if you're getting on an airplane and you're going to an airport, and even if you're just flying to Boston or somewhere, you are going to need to be able to show Real ID. Okay, so right now, I would recommend coming to one of the clerk's offices, either in Blackwood, that's by appointment, or City Hall, my office in Camden, to apply for a passport. You can get it as quick as 2 to 3 weeks turnaround time. And if you need more information on that, I'll talk to you after the meeting. That's it tonight. All right, so Autism Awareness Month is this month, the month of April. And it's a special month. 1 out of 36 children are diagnosed with autism, some form of autism. 1 out of 35 in New Jersey, we're the 3rd highest state for autism. Every April, Autism Speak celebrates World Autism Month, beginning with the United Nations sanctioned World Autism Awareness Day on April the 2nd. This year marks the 18th annual World Autism Awareness Day. And they're trying to shift awareness from acceptance, right? From just not awareness to acceptance, right? That when we look at people with autism, we're not looking at them like they're different or anything like that. They're just made differently, right? And they function differently. And so this month brings awareness to that. The Camden County Prosecutor's Office has also offered a program called the Blue Envelope Program. And this is for children or young adults who drive that have autism. They may be nonverbal, they may get nervous when the cop comes up and they start to shine the light or they start to answer demanding questions. This may trigger them. So what happens is, with the Blue Envelope Program, you apply for this program through the Motor Vehicles Office, and when the officer comes up to the car and asks for the driver's license, the registration, and your license, they would also hand them this blue, it's like a blue, well, it's not an envelope, it's like a cardboard kind of 5x7 thing. They would also give to the police officer. This will give the police officer the information that they need, that you're dealing with somebody that's nonverbal, not cooperating, right? Or not acting suspiciously, but they're on the spectrum, right? So I have information about that. Nadine, I'm going to leave some of you too. You have that too. If you're interested in that, or if you know someone that has a young person that does drive, that may need that information. It's called the Blue Envelope Program. Another thing that's going on this month is the Sustainability Festival and Plant Sale in Blackwood on Saturday, April the 30th, from 10 to 3. It has vendors, the local wineries will be there. You can get some plants. They'll have free tree saplings, music, and so that's free. You can go out and have some fun with your family and friends. I'll leave that here as well. So don't move along. Dawn, I want to say thank you. Dawn put on a tremendous half day with the children of Lindenwold Middle School, Dr. Johnson's class, special education class. They came in, we did a scavenger hunt, we got to know them. My team was the best, I'm just saying. But they were awesome. And this is the first year that I've been able to do it. Dawn, how many years have you been doing this? Six or 7 years she's been doing this. And so it's absolutely wonderful, so thank you for that. That was great. Also want to say we had an opportunity to go to the Lighthouse Deliverance Church for their special altar dedication, the mayor and council, and it was a very nice ceremony. Lighthouse has hung in there 7 years trying to get this church built through COVID and everything else, and made it happen. It's a beautiful building. If you ever get a chance to stop by there, attend one of their services, Reverend Harley, they're the best here. You'll feel like family when you go there. So I wanted to say that as well. And I just want to say happy Passover, because that's coming soon this weekend. Happy Easter. Our day and our day. And so enjoy whatever one you're going to celebrate. You have a great one. Thank you. I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Okay, man. Wake up. I'm back.
Okay, Mayor, thank you. I'll keep it short. The Early Learning Center is really coming along good. The kids should be, next year they should be ready for school. We think the kids are in the trailers right now and everything like that. So next year the school should be ready. It's really a beautiful school. It's something we should really be proud of. It's really a great building. Recently the kids had to play the Adams Family, and they really put on a good show. And, it was a real, it really had dedication to it. It represented things, values of two kids from different backgrounds, and they fall in love. Which got me thinking about. They call Philadelphia the city of brotherly love. Well, I think Lindenwold's the Borough of brotherly love. That's all I have.
Yes, ladies, or anything, second, Councilwoman Patton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As far as the Historic Society, Historic Committee is concerned, over the past month, I've met with 5 residents to discuss local history and preservation efforts, conducted 4 meetings on the history of Lindenwold, 2 historic record searches visits at local libraries, and we received 2 community submissions contributing to our archival efforts in the month of March. We plan on visiting a local vendor event sponsored by Magnolia's Historic Society on April 12th. That's this Saturday as an exploration activity. More than welcome to join us or cruise by yourself. That's it, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. God bless.
Councilman Jackson.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple things for our seniors. Camden County Board of Commissioners is sponsoring free senior prize bingo Thursday, April 24th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. That will be held at the Wayne Bryant Community Center in Longside. This is a registration required event, and it fills up fast. So if anyone's interested, I have a flyer up here for you to take a picture of and get the information and register. Also, there will be also sponsored by Camden County Board of Commissioners, it is a free day of billiards and bowling for our seniors. This will be held Wednesday, March 26th, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Also, I'm sorry, March 26th is done. This is also Wednesday, May 14th and 28th. And also, I'm sorry, I skipped over April 16th and 30th. These are all 12 to noon. It also carries through. Also, this is required, everything requires registration with them, so I have flyers here if anyone's interested. Also have about 6 or 7 other events that they're sponsoring for seniors. For sake of time, I won't read all of them, but I do have the flyers here if anyone's interested. And then last thing, I just want to remind everyone of our Easter celebration, egg hunt we're having April 19th down at the baseball fields. That will be held starting at 11 a.m. This is for age groups 2 through 10. We welcome all parents, of course, to come, bring your grandchildren and so forth. But this is strictly for ages 2 through 10. That's all I have.
Thank you. That being said, I'm opening the public. Anyone from the public wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and don't forget to sign in, please.
Diane Sierra, 637 Fifth Avenue. Mayor, I have 2 things. One is, I don't know if the township does it, but certain streets have like a big yellow X by a driveway, where people don't let you park it anywhere near the driveway. Do you guys do that, or people just do that on their own?
We have one out front here, but that's for us.
That's the.
No, I'm talking one of the avenue streets.
You're talking about the white X?
No, it's yellow. They have yellow X right
Do you know what street it's on, Diane?
I do, I'll let you know after the fact, because I'll get eight strikes again. And the other thing is, on the resolution 2025-91, why are we appointing a special counsel for the primary election? What is the purpose of it?
There was a challenge to the candidates, I believe, so we got an independent lawyer to assist the borough clerk in anything that she may need legally. We don't expect anything to go any further with respect to that.
So who pays for that?
The borough does.
The borough does. But so it comes out of the taxpayers have to pay it because you guys threw out some of the people's signatures.
It would have either been paying me or somebody else. So it's no net difference to the
Can
borough.
I pick an email to the attorney?
Sure.
Can I get that after this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else with public?
Hi, it's Wanda Randolph, 31 Madison Avenue. It's just a question, I know it's probably more so for like public works, but I noticed in the area that I'm at, there are a lot of new homeowners, and I don't think a lot of them are aware of like the certain days of trash and bulk trash, and I'm noticing that they're like leaving stuff out weeks at a time. So is there any way, besides just being on the website, that they can go out to some of the new owners so that they're aware of what the different days are?
When a new person comes into the community, they receive a packet from Public Works, tells them all that information. Also, during collection day, if there's things left on the street, we have somebody that goes around and actually marks it and it has information on it that says what day it is, how to get it picked up, and how to do it.
Is that for renters as well?
Is it for renters as well?
Yes, like they're renting a home from a private landlord? And also like burning the trash and stuff, because I don't think some of the renters are aware of it.
Well, if you give me the address, I'll make sure that they get it. I mean, this. Anyone else in public?
Hello, my name is Angela Red, and I live on Colonial Square. If you're not familiar with this, right around the corner from the police station. There are townhouse type homes on a small street. It's a public street, and there's parking spots. There doesn't seem to be enough parking, so people are parking all over. And as a result of that, there are disputes. Police officers are called, threats are made. So I'm coming to you to ask for help with some type of solution with the parking on Colonial Square. Also, I'm sorry, just one more thing. The other problem is that there are some cars that are just parked there and they don't move. There's one that's been there since last year. There's some work trucks. People just park their car there and just leave them, and we don't know who the owners are all the time. And also, like the other day was saying, people dumping trash there, big trash. One of my neighbors is here with pictures like mattresses, furniture, stuff like that, and it's been there over a month, and this happens frequently too, which takes up additional parking spots. So I was just looking to see if we could get maybe assigned parking or additional parking or just any type of solution that you could come up with to help us on Colonial Square.
Right. In regards to Colonial Square, it is a public street, so we can't say a parking spot, unfortunately. We do know about the beauty salon. We are going to take care of all of this stuff starting tomorrow. I gave everybody a chance to digest the letter before we went and did anything, but there are some issues out there that need to be taken care of. Code enforcement will be out there, of course, to make sure that the place gets cleaned up. Okay, that part. And first,
No, not the whole
it's
park,
part.
just that area where you're saying you can park.
Yeah.
I don't think people will know, like the people who are taking up the spots that aren't residents, they won't know.
We have a stormwater problem that.
I'm sorry.
It's not an official parking spot,
Right.
but we're not going to stop anybody from parking there.
Okay.
So I can't.
That's a good temporary solution. But we also think of something that would be more permanent, that would be more helpful. So we can see
We can't put numbers down on the street, we can't do that. We have to start a condominium association. Do something like that, so that we can dedicate the streets to you. I think that's a responsibility for people. But as long as they're borough streets, there's nothing we can, everybody has same right to it.
it concerns me that there's no already been, like I said, altercations, police have been called, and you know what happens in the summertime when it gets warm, things get worse. So I'm trying to be proactive, because I really care about my neighborhood. I've been there for 22 years. I have a 19-year-old son.
This is the reason why we did this, because cones cause problems with neighbors.
Well, the problem is there's not enough parking spots. So if we could come up with a solution to that, it would.
That's really a design issue. And sadly, when a lot of these places were built, people only have one car, right? And
Right.
you think about the future that
Right.
people might have.
Right.
Now people got four,
Yes.
they have four cars, right? Not
Yes.
just two.
And first come, first serve,
Right.
works against people that can only work and then.
So that's part of the issue that the way that it has a design flaws, you know, it just wasn't designed for the number of cars that people back on.
Is there anyone in the township, that's their field, they're experts in that field that can maybe come up with something for us? We're asking for your help because it's getting really difficult.
That would be an engineer.
We'll ask our civil engineer to go out and take a look at it to see if he can, but we're gonna have to find land someplace. So unless we acquire some buildings and knock them down out there, that's probably the only way it's gonna happen.
There's a lot of land there, at the end of the street, it's like a dead end street, and there's a lot of land there. When the park has events, people park there.
That's the part that we can't develop that, because that's 3 acres, 20 meters, so that can't be developed.
Because people already park there when they're events.
Down at the end of the street, up,
Yes,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yes.
On the other side of the old municipal.
There's also like, at the end of the street, there's grass, and then a little further away from the grass, there's like like water, and people are dumping shopping carts and TVs and all kind of trash back there.
We can dispatch.
Engine, some of my neighbors are here. We're all trying to work together to find a solution for this so we can live peacefully. We like the neighborhood, but we also want to make sure that everybody has somewhere to park and that there aren't any more altercations and no one has the police call on them, and when we come home from work, we can park.
Well, how about,
We'll dispatch the civil engineer, and we'll see what, if anything, can be done to try to improve the parking situation out there.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Can I just add one thing too? Do you ever see anybody that's dumping something, you get your license plate? and
Okay,
report
I'm at
it?
work though.
Yeah.
But when I walk, I see all that trash there, literally shopping
We
carts.
have an area near us, Carlton, and because it's deserted,
Yeah.
people, and it's not well lit, people come down and dump, but I have busted people dumping things
Yeah.
down, like this plate dumpers.
I would if I saw that, you know, I would.
you fine. So, I see it, please. Also, if you see stuff in there, you can always reach out to Public Works, they'll take care of it promptly.
So I think one of my neighbors is going to come in, she has pictures, because people are putting, like I said, furniture in parking spots over a month. And just like the other day we said, they're not calling, they have to pick up properly. So just like we put the flyers in the board for the tools, maybe somebody to put flyers around just to remind people, or maybe they're renters and they never got the information. If you put the flyer in the board, and that will be some information for them, and they want all that, that's just.
Yeah, well, the cards and things like that, they're all gonna be checked tomorrow
Thank you.
for registration. If they're not registered, they'll be removed. The trash is going to be removed in the next couple of days. And, also they're, like I said, it's being repaid.
Okay.
So a lot of that's going to change. It's not going to change drastically right away, but after it's repaid, it will drastically change.
What is it?
I believe I just went to the reconstruction meeting, probably within the next 2 months, I would say.
Thank you.
Don't forget to sign it, please. Go ahead, Mary.
Yes, my name is Theo, and I live on 56 Colonia Square. And I moved in from Montclair 5 years ago and left the neighborhood. But my fence, behind my fence, is the gateway for this whole building. And I actually brought this so you can feel what I go through. I clean the streets personally every time, and this is what I go through. I have a neighbor across the street. The trash can is always overfilled, and when the breeze blows, it blows them right to my doorstep, and I have to do all the cleaning. And I think, I just look at the code, 3867, which is the personal garbage, and the rubbish of refuse, which is the is what I'm going through, and it's been 5 years of doing that. And so Jane and I, every Saturday we get out, sweep that neighborhood. And I think it's just time. Can I step forward? Yes.
Anytime you have this garbage out there, you see this garbage out there, please call the code office. They will be out there, and they will find it, and they will get.
This has been sitting there for a month, over a month.
Has anybody called? The only one that usually calls is Mrs. Barber.
Every time they put a
She
stick
calls
on
me every
it,
time.
whoever puts it there,
The problem becomes is a lot of them are renters, and they come and go so quickly that they don't know that they can't just dump everything on the street to get it picked up.
Yes. I want to suggest maybe we can have.
When was this out there?
It's been there for over a month. It's right behind my fence.
Because I was out there only a couple of days ago, I didn't see anything.
Oh, it's been sitting there for over a month. And when some people park there, they eat, all the trash and just drop everything right behind my fence. Pizza boxes, canned bottles, liquor bottles and all of that. And I get to clean them. And it's frustrating for me.
All right, I'm sorry, well, like I said, there's gonna be some changes tomorrow. I didn't want to do anything up until tomorrow because of the fact that I knew people were coming in, and I wanted to make sure that we heard everybody's complaint about this, in case there's anything different we need to do. But a lot of this stuff's going to be taken care of within the next couple of days. And then the rest of it will be taken care of once they repave it, and then they can do what they have to do.
Yeah. Is it possible to have like a phone number, like a signage right on the top? Call this number. There's so many new people coming in, and they just do those. They don't ask what needs to be done, and they don't care. So my fence is like the safe place for them to dump this. So if there's a number there, call this number before you put your junks out there.
Isn't it on the dumpster?
No.
There's no dumpster. Oh, there's no dumpster there?
No.
You have garbage cans?
No, there's no dumpster.
Your
I
trash.
think you have trash.
The trash.
You have trash?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why they're doing
Is there any number on the trash cans?
it. Or the trash can for bulk.
All right, I will check the public works tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please. Thank you.
Anything else in the public? Please don't forget to sign in.
I was going to go to 5149. I have two questions. One, I want to thank the Bureau of Council persons that work on the plan. It's really amazing. There are 15 children in that plan. I don't know if you've been realizing it or not. They're so instrumental. It was a joy to watch that plan. As the residents all loved it together. They got exactly what's are in 2 months, and that's what we really good for the seniors. The other thing is there any scholarships or anything for seniors out of high school that the township does?
There's a couple of them that they have. I don't
The Borough Scholarship, they have one in Boroughs. It's $500 for a male and $500 for a female.
How can I get that information?
You have to go to see Mrs. Sykes in
Yeah,
the
she
office.
has, yeah.
She's the one that has all the scholarship information.
Okay.
She'll tell you everything that's available in the state. So that's who you need to see. Ms. Sykes.
Here or at the school?
At the high school,
Okay.
Mrs. Sykes.
Because this is for the kids who are all out of school right now.
She's the best person to talk to for that. Sorry, Walter, I didn't mean to step on you.
She's actually, she's right, she actually set up it.
Yeah, she helped us set
What
that
used to
up.
happen before this?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, good evening, Roxanne Burger, 11 Myrtle Avenue. A couple things I have questions about regarding the resolution. Resolution 2092, I'm happy to see that we have a company that's going to update our website. Are they going to be more interactive and will they be supportive of an active and consultant?
Yes.
2593, the game time is changed. I assume that is for the playground?
That's changed for the basketball
Oh, okay. Does that $12,000 include installation?
I believe so, yes.
And then, just to mention about the issues that townhouses are having, I think one of the main issues is that owners who are renting these places out are not getting COs. I live next to one of the slumlords from Lindenwold who has multiple properties. He's had it down for 3 or 4 years. He's had 3 different tenants, and there isn't a sticker. There's never been. Report.
We have, it's useless. He owns 40 houses in this town. I can give you a whole list of violations. He has no certificates of occupancy, and he still rents to all these people.
The house that's on the opposite side.
Give me the information and.
You have it. You've had it for years. Since 2015, you've had it.
And also what has happened is Raj, I don't know his last name, I have it in my phone. I mean,
He's changing the LLCs and stuff.
He did change it a few years ago. So his company that he was originally buying in, he has now changed it to an LLC. And under that LLC, it's about 10 of them now. And he's looking, because he tried to offer me money, because I know you're not buying my house. But I know for a fact that I'm worried because the young lady who was there had taken me inside to show me the condition of the home, and there were blatant violations, and I'm not holding
Can you give the address before you leave?
I will. What bothers me about this is those people who have a lot of money to take advantage of people, and then they come in, they rent these places out, they put renters in who don't know, because how would they know how would you know that there's new people in if they're not getting COs? So then how would the people that move in know that there are rules and regulations about bulk trash? About who you want, and about the process that happens if we're not cracking down on these owners that are renting these places out and not following the proper procedure. So that's a big concern of mine, especially when I found that they got a gas fireplace. I said, oh, you need to have somebody check that out, because I don't want to die of carbon dioxide. I'm pretty sure you and your children are going to be safe. And I'm just concerned that apparently it's going on in my neighborhood, it's going on in other people's neighborhoods, where they're just running them out to anybody. Not anybody, but they're just running them out and they're not following the proper procedures. So I'm just concerned about that. Thank you.
Don't forget to give us the address.
Anyone else from the public wishing to speak? Sir?
Good evening, Mayor and Borough Council. How you doing today?
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Wesson?
I'm 73 Colonial Place. And I just wanted to say that Colonial Square Place and Colonial Square, thank you for responding to our request. As a result of the work you've done, our area, I'll say one thing that happened that we didn't expect to happen is there were cars there that had been sitting for a very long time, and I saw orange stickers on them. And then at least 3 of the 4 that I saw are no longer there, which opened up 3 new parking spaces for us. I thank you for that. We didn't expect that. Also, I think with the letter that was put into the doorway, it was very effective. It may have taken 3 or 4 days for people to digest it. But I think now that they have the knowledge and the rules, that they will respect it more, and they have done that, thanks to you. And so those are the real positive things that came out of that. And I really want to thank you for acting as quickly as you did. I really appreciate it. And the other thing that my neighbors, we also have those other things that we talked about, those are like the trash. mean, it's an extension of what we already started. And the last thing I want to say is sometimes in the wintertime, when we have snow and we have to dig out our spots, we put cones there. So if you could understand that, if we get a big snow, I don't want to go two ways, but it was brought to my attention by one of the neighbors.
Oh, shucks, I forgot about the winter time.
Yeah. I said, Tom, we're around if we shovel it out and somebody twice here. Well, I'll bring it up tonight. So I'm just bringing it up. I'm not asking you to do anything, but just to be aware that when you get back up, that's what we do. Yeah. So again, I just want to thank.
I can help you. I got a snowball. I shovel mine, but.
Yeah. I just want to thank the council, and I want to thank the mayor for acting, you know, to have good things, and we appreciate what you've done.
Thank you. Anyone else who probably wishes to speak?
Mayor, can I say one more thing? When all these people are complaining about trash everywhere or this and that, you have your little red truck that drives around for trash and recycling. How are they not seeing that? When they're driving up and down, how are they not seeing bulk? Well, why aren't they happy?
They do, Kenny. They don't know where it's sitting.
They just sit there for months, that's what I'm saying. He's got the arms.
Unfortunately, if they don't call it in, if they don't register, we will not pick it up.
Right, so even though he puts the red sticker, doesn't come back and say there's all this trash here, so you're just gonna let them stay there, they employ you? It'll just pile up for months?
The resident will get a fine and a notice. We can't do it unless they call it in. It has to be called in.
That's crazy, if you didn't know, or you just, why can't you just get it and then pile up? That's how you get rodents. Thank you, say thank you. Like, wouldn't it be the logical thing to do, pick
The
it up?
last meeting, people were saying, or Diane, you specifically were saying, why don't these people see these things when they're driving around? So I sent an email to our wonderful tax assessor and asked him some information. I said, how many residential properties are there in Lindenwold? 3,444. How many apartments are there in Lindenwold? 5,556. 620 units were added a few years ago when Arborwood went from condos to apartments. How many commercial properties are there? Well, there's no straightforward answer for this. It's 161 commercial properties and lots. However, some commercial properties, like shopping plazas, have multiple commercial businesses in it. So as you can see, that's a lot of units in this town. This is why we all have to take a common stake and wanting to see our community look good. If you see something, call it in. They're not everywhere. Some of these streets are so remote and back off the beaten track that no one would ever see them. If you see something, call it in. It's as simple as that. We all are stakeholders in this community. We all have a responsibility. We all want it to be beautiful. We want to be able to park our cars and not get broken into and to be a safe place to live. We all have a responsibility. We're all stakeholders. So I think if you see the number of units that are out in this community, residential, apartments, and commercial, then you understand that if you see something, thank you.
Just on the same token, I had somebody, I get a lot of emails, and I try to take care of it as fast as I possibly can. I got one that was over off of Gisborough Road, where the gentleman had cleaned out the back of his yard and just took all the stuff and pushed it back. Didn't know about it. It's hidden, you can't see it. There was also a couch back there next to the dumpster. Didn't know about it, didn't see it. Somebody emailed me it. The next day, it's getting taken care of. He's got 7 days to clean up that lot that he pushed all the stuff in instead of getting rid of it. So you tell me about it, you send information to us, Mr. Woods?
Yes.
How long did it take me to get back to you?
Let me see. I came here that Wednesday. I believe you called me that Friday. And I think you called me again Tuesday with the letter or something like that. And then, like, I guess in 2 days, it was done. They responded to our community within a week. And they were out there the next day. I know for a fact the mayor was driving around after he heard about it. So I know for a fact that if you present your problem and you have maybe some evidence about what it is and what you want, I think that the ears of the borough is open and you can get things done.
I will be honest with you, there is one complaint I have right now that's going on. It's an ongoing complaint. And some of them aren't easy. I'm still working on it. I've been working on it probably for about 3 years, all total. I get it cleaned up once in a while, and then it comes right back again, then it gets cleaned up again, right back again. But I'm still working on this issue. I'm not forgetting these people, and I want to make sure that something's going to get done. But there's certain things that have to happen first before I can do anything. So anyway, anybody else in the public wishing to speak?
Hi, 25 Georgetown Road in Lindenwold. And I wanted to ask you about the Title 39, I think it's called Title 39 with the police. Was that approved?
By your condo association, Joe, they did a resolution and sent it to us, asking us to put that on there, and an ordinance was adopted last meeting, if I'm not mistaken. So to answer your question.
Okay, yeah, because the last time I was on the paper, the agenda, it said second reading. Was there supposed to be a third reading?
Just two.
Just a second reading?
But I think there's something there.
Yeah.
It's got to be published that we adopt it totally. Because it's like 21 days, I think, you have to wait until it's fully in effect before they can write citations.
So, it is
It's in
adopted?
effect, yes, it's in effect.
All right, thank you very much.
Anyone else?
Oh, it's official.
Seeing none, those in favor?
I just want to tell everybody that we are doing yard sale this year again, which is June 14th. Forgot all about the, talk about the, yeah, you have to register for it, just like we've done before. It's on the calendar. The email everything to register, we'll make a list and all, just like we did. And again, whoever has the signs, please bring them back. No, we're still missing 6 signs.
Anything motion for adjournment?